Hey guys, this is Chris with Financial Fitness, and I just got through interviewing Rob Kientz with Gold Silver Pros. I'm going to leave a link to his YouTube channel in the description below. We covered some ground in this interview. I'm going to break it up in about 3 or 4 different videos to put it in bite-sized pieces because I don't want you to miss anything we talked about. And before I get started on the interview, I want to let you know about the Red Pill Expo that's going on in Lafayette, Louisiana on November 6th and 7th. We're going to talk about things that we cannot talk about here on YouTube. I hope I see you there. Like and subscribe, ring the bell. Let's go. Hey guys, this is Financial Fitness, and this is Rob Kientz. The stores are still full of food, for the most part.
Yeah.
And it's a little different this time because, the supply chain is so broken. There's like 152 ships floating around outside of California.
We should talk about that because that's a big mess. And how are you going to get 152 ships through there? And then there's more coming behind them, right? It never stops. How are you going to filter all that through to get people all their stuff?
I don't know how you catch up because normally there's like 2 or 3 to 14 at any given time, at berth, unloading or at anchor. Well, now it just looks like they're running into each other out there. I don't know if you've ever watched Sage News and the stuff he does.
Mm-hmm.
He's got a program that he can actually click on the ship, see what it's carrying, how long it's been out there, what port it's going to. It's really neat and it's eye-opening because, man, this is a catastrophic mess. I don't know. It doesn't seem right. Why are we that far behind? We got that far behind? Really?
It could be. There could be a whole bunch of reasons. That's interesting. There could be a whole bunch of reasons for that. Who benefits from there being supply chain problems? I'm sure somebody does. I'm sure somebody's coming up with a solution. They're going to market it, make a bunch of money, right?
And it's all coming to a head.
That's the other problem is inflation because 40% of our money supply, the entire history since we had the dollar in 1913 was created in 2020 due to the quote unquote pandemic. I call it the quote unquote pandemic. And what happens is now all that money's flooding into the supply chain, and what's happening, price of everything rising. And so it's an absolute mess. I mean, it's coming home to roost. It used to be when they would create money, it would go to the stock market, it would go to the rich people. And it is, but they created so much that now it's hitting everybody. So you're seeing no longer is it just stocks going up. You're seeing the price of food go up. You're seeing the price of gas go up. You're seeing the price of electricity go up. You're seeing all these prices go up, and we're at the point where they can't control it. The Federal Reserve cannot control the inflation no matter what they do. And they're stuck between a rock and a hard place. They want to stop, purchasing debt, and they want to stop creating money. But if they do, the whole thing, is probably going to crash.
Yeah. They've got 2 bullets. One's QE and one is raising interest rates. Yep. Those bullets are gone. So now they're shooting.
They can't do either without it crashing.
They're shooting blank lies. And I did a video yesterday about the CPI lie, and they gave everybody like a 5.4% raise on their Social Security, and that's about this much of what they should have got because they're doing it on the lie, which is 5 point something, and it's really about 12. So it's not going to keep up. Everything's going to go up, and the people that are getting that stuff are going to remain hungry because the price of food is going parabolic. Oats are going way up. Most of it burn up in California. We're not getting tomatoes from California. There's a lot of drought problems. I mean, it's like post 2020, we live in the Thunderdome. I say that all the time, but it's Mad Max now. It really is.
This is a different era that people aren't used to because if you think about what the U.S. was, we came over here, we kind of stole the land for all intents and purposes, farmed it, built it up. Now we're at the end. We got aging infrastructure. The dollar, inflation's exploding. The dollar's not worth that much anymore. Supply chain issues. At the same time, we have people that aren't as resilient. Like my parents grew up during the Great Depression. My father was in World War II. So I come from that generation, right?
Right.
What they always taught me growing up, have a good pantry. Okay. What is having a good pantry? It's having 6 months of goods that you need, 6 months of flour, of all your dry goods. And then also having access to people that had your fresh stuff. So knowing people had a farm that could, provide you milk. That's the way it used to be in America. And this wasn't that long ago. And then in the 50s and 60s, it was all about getting refrigerators and automation and microwaves. And we went to this society where nobody has anything. Well, now we're at the end of this dollar system. Everything's crashing down, and people that aren't prepared and don't have stuff are going to be in a world of hurt. And, you know, when my parents lived through the Great Depression, they survived because my mom was born on a farm. So they had a farm so they could grow their own beans and stuff like that. And that's what they did. They grew and ate beans, and they survived. People in the cities didn't do so hot. You know, either the government gave them a handout or they starved to death, and a lot of people died. And now, see, more people live in the cities and less people have any sort of food independence, you know, or have their own land or have their own skills, like they can weld or they can plumb, you know, they can work, you know, blue collar skill for a living. So many people are dependent upon, you know, desk jobs. I worked a desk job for a long time before.
Well, that used to be the thing to do.
Before I started Gold, Silver, Pros. Yeah, I got 3 college degrees, and that's what everybody told you to do. Go get a bunch of college degrees, go work for a company. And then I woke up a few years ago. I was like, oh, hell, I got to get out of this, because there's going to come a time when if I haven't built up skill sets and I haven't built up some financial independence, you know, I'm in trouble. And I think we're there, and I think it's freaking people out.
Well, they're waking up.
They're waking up and realizing maybe we don't have a whole lot of time to do this.
Yeah, and it sucks. It's too late.